Welcome to the Party Pals, GRC Mafia, B-dubs today. We're here for our Friday AMA. We're here to break down barriers, foster collaboration and community, working towards a more secure future, just learning and growing together. Today is an AMA, so feel free to post any questions or topics you want to talk about in the chat. I've already dropped the stage link if anyone would like to come up here and join me. Some guidelines is make sure you're using a microphone. Your video is optional. You do not have to turn on your cameras. Ask your questions. You can share your personal LinkedIn in our Discord. Drop the link for that. In our live chat channel, that's the best place because YouTube will not allow you to share links. Share any useful resources you have and other discussion topics. Don't share anything you don't want to be public. If you do on accident, you can contact us at contact@studygrc.org. Don't name call, be rude, be kind. Yeah, so let's get started. How's everybody doing today? Already see Rothnir and Bruisenhacks, Cam, 8-Bits here, Brexy. Welcome to the Party Pals. Kind. Come on, 8-Bit. You gotta be kind. Be nice. Yeah, it's lunchtime. I'm getting hungry too. It's Friday though. That's exciting. Ready for the weekend. Let's see. Yay, Friday. What are we learning today? What do y'all got going on? I mean, we can always talk about NIST. Bring up that 853, maybe PBO will come out of the clouds. Yeah, that sounds like a good time. Have fun with the kids before they start school. School keeps starting earlier and earlier every year. Our area already started school. Yeah, GRC Mafia, Bentech. SOC 2. That's always a good time, right, 8-Bit? Happy Friday, David B. Yeah, school talk. Who starts school on a Friday? Come on. Our school's actually started on Tuesday this week. I was like, it's August 5th. It's still summer. It's definitely way too hot for those kids to be walking from school. We're going to a sensory showing at the movie theater tomorrow morning. Yeah, that should be interesting. What's a sensory showing? I guess you get to use all your senses while you watch a movie? There you go. SOC 2 with the kids. Learn them early, right? They're gonna need that. Yeah, back in your day, it was cold. Walking uphill in snow, 2 ways, right? Welcome to the party pal,
Sensory.
David.
Sensory. Hey, how you doing? Happy Friday. Yeah, Sensory
Happy
Show. I heard
Friday.
that, and all I'm thinking about is a. Are they referring to a child that needs that, or is it more along the lines of, hey, you're just trying to get all five senses or six, as some might say,
Yeah.
interacting?
I mean, my mind went to the 5 senses. Like, is this some 5D movie?
Smell-o-vision. Uh-oh. Better
Oh, there
watch
we
what
go.
movie.
Yeah, for people with sensory needs, like autism.
Yep. There we go. That's what I thought.
Yep. It was one of the 2. I mean, I like having, watching movies with all 5 senses too, right? I
I
agree,
have a.
Cam.
I
Way
have a
too
sixth
early to start
sense.
school. You have a sixth sense? What is that sixth sense?
Even if I don't get a notification from Study GRC, I know it's online. Bam!
I mean, it's like clockwork. Same time every week. Thursdays at 6 and Fridays at 11 Central Time.
Yeah, 7 and noon Eastern, the real time. Anyways.
Hey, Steph. Welcome to the party, pal. Yeah, no snow, but through the desert, up and down hills. Okay, but this is the South and it's pretty hot. And we're talking about some of these kids probably stayed indoors all summer, playing their video games, and now they have to walk home from school in the heat. The hottest time of year, too. They need like another month off school.
I remember starting school after Labor Day, which was, the
Right.
first week of September, right?
You start after Labor Day and you finish before Memorial Day.
That's how it should be.
Facts. I'm with you. But they're starting earlier. Ours is on a 4-day school week too. So I think some of that is getting those hours in. But they've already extended the time. Like these kids go to school till like 5 o'clock. Like y'all crazy.
Well, I got an idea for today's AMA. I mean, not just for the whole thing, but for something. Maybe people share their wins, whether they jump online here or whatever. And I guess I'm bringing it up, so I'll start with my quick win of the day. Was I actually CISA certified, as in I got the actual certification letter, the diploma, what the hell ever I want to call it, certificate. There we go.
Certificate.
Yeah.
There
So
you
my
go.
two years for my bachelor's in information security, my 2 years plus working where I am now, and then I did the one more waiver for general work, which was auditing prior to. So they actually accepted all that. I love it. Let's go.
Nice. Congratulations.
TY. I don't know why
Yeah.
I just said TY. Thank you.
I think my biggest win this week was building this lock picking village I've been working on. Getting
Ooh,
all this stuff from Amazon and have some 3D printed things and yeah, some fun stuff.
awesome. Heck yeah. That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Have you been
Having
practicing too?
So I'm not big into lock picking, but my teenager is. So he's having a lock picking party tomorrow. So I've been getting it all ready. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Got
Hey,
all the
thanks everyone
locks
on.
and
Sorry, I apologize. Yeah,
oh yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say thank you everyone. I appreciate it. I'm just on my phone, so I'm not able to type and chat and do all that stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh,
That's a
that's a
big
great
one.
one there, Ben Tech. That's a good question Ben Tech
Yeah.
has.
I was about to pull that up. Hypothetically, if you had a budget to hire someone to help you in your GRC consultant work, what skills or knowledge would be most desirable in an applicant? Welcome to the
You,
party, pal, Steph.
you want to go first there, B Dub?
I need to think about this again. I need to reread it. I got distracted. I blame Steph.
Well, I'll go real quick because I only have about another 15 minutes roughly. I'm going to definitely watch. But, well, Ben, to this point, I think number one, can you talk to people? Are you afraid to talk to people? Because if you are, then you're just going to be in the sidelines and you might still have to show your face on walkthroughs or whatever, but you're just going to sit there and take notes. And, to actually better yourself and get ahead, you got to be able to talk. And I'm sorry that there's some glare, guys. I'm just right here at my desk. Um, and so be able to talk to people, just communication, right? Just good, clear communication. And then, the skills can be improved on. I've learned so much just but from repetitiveness of going through different audits with different clients. So, you know, do your best to study up on stuff, but be quick with, especially if you're doing a virtual walkthrough. If you can have that Chat GPT or something open to, if you didn't understand something, do a quick lookup so that it actually makes sense. So basic skills like that really, the rest of it can be taught or you can learn, but the soft skills are huge.
Yeah, I think the soft skills are probably the number one. The rest of it can be learned. I mean, if you can talk to people and be able to explain to clients, during the engagement or whatever, that communication is going to be key. And then, as well as being able to help them with their unique problems and situations, the problem solving, the PLC, right?
Yeah. If the math ain't mathin', right, bruising hacks. So yeah, I think his
Exactly.
win. He said his win was that presentation. It was a great one. Space Tacos can't wait to see what her win is. I have a little idea, but I'm just guessing here. But I'm not gonna say it because I might be right, and then she get mad at me. So
Well, Bruise and Hack, that was not a half baked presentation. Maybe you felt that way, but I think it was fantastic. You did a great
maybe it
job.
was maybe it was half brewed. Oh,
Half
come
brewed.
on
Oh,
now, come
there
on,
you go. There you go.
Steph. What do you think? What's a if you had the money, what would you do? What would they need for you to hire?
I think it's important to evaluate what you need help with.
Facts.
So
True,
what
true.
what part of it, if you're consulting and you're running a business, what aspect of it do you want to hand off to somebody else? So thinking about like what do you really enjoy doing? Like what do you not want to give up? And then creating a position where it's more probably the stuff that you don't enjoy doing and like handing that off to somebody else. And then yeah, soft skills, I mean, I totally agree. I think B-dubs coming from education, we know how valuable soft skills are to be able to work with other people and manage stuff. So I would agree with that as for sure.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like you can learn anything you want to learn. As far as like the technical side, the topics, the education, but those soft skills are some of the hardest to learn. Um, you know,
And
so
probably like work ethic, like
right.
are they going to be able to meet the expectation of like what you want to get done and work as hard as you expect them to?
Right. Yeah, Space Tacos had something wonderful happen this week, but it's a secret. I'm ready to hear about it when you're ready to share. Doesn't have to be today, though. Congrats either way. Yeah. And Rothnir says that presentation was fire, Brews and Hacks. I agree. Trying to get caught back up on chat.
Sorry, I had to walk away for half a second.
That was more than half a second.
Oh, okay. Space Tacos said she wouldn't get mad at me. Maybe you're going to be on that Charles McQuicken show.
Charles McQuicken.
McQuicken.
Who's that?
That's his brother, remember?
Oh, yeah. He has a show too?
Watch it all the time. What are you talking about? No, I accidentally called him Charles last night. So.
Yeah, that presentation was a cold brew last night.
Oh, dang. Look at
puns.
Look at the puns.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, it came at you when you yeast expected it. Oh,
my gosh. Too much.
I love hanging out with y'all because we can nerd about almost.
Gotta pull a cam and nerd, learn, and grow together, right?
Yes. No, I agree with you, Ben. 100% toughest to show.
Yeah.
And I don't have anything to that would help you in that. I speak well, I mean,
yeah. I mean, honestly, the best place to show it is during the interview. So the trick is getting the interview, getting yourself in front of them. It's very difficult to show it on a resume because, you can say it all day long, but can you do it? So to get in front of them for the interview, go to your local meetups, go make some friends, network here with Study GRC, get active in some way or another. That's what I have to say about that. And then you never know when that opportunity or where that opportunity is going to come from. So someone may be like, hey, I like you. You look like a good fit. Let me have your resume and I'll go give it to my manager because we need to fill this spot pretty quickly. You just never know. So go make some friends.
Have a
what about y'all?
Our reader, a QR code on it. See if they'll scan it.
Yeah, right.
Tell them that's a dumb idea, but scan it anyways. I appreciate it.
I mean, start a YouTube channel and then have a QR code to your videos, right? Yeah. So. Do y'all have any other advice on showing those soft skills?
I would agree with you that it's definitely in the interview phase that you get to show that by crafting like examples of your experience and like how it's valuable.
Yeah.
Or if you have to do like a work sample or something like that too, I think you can probably weave it in to that depending on what it is. Because like when I got hired with the IT role that I started in, that's what they wanted. They were looking for somebody with superior soft skills, and the technical stuff was less important because they knew that you could learn that versus being easy to work with and working with people with compassion and things like that. So it can definitely, if you find the right company that values it.
For sure. I agree. If it was me, I would hire someone with better soft skills over someone with the technical knowledge and no soft skills. Because it's really hard to learn those soft skills if you're not actively trying to improve them.
For sure.
Yeah. Ben, you just said another one. It's kind of like what Jerry said before. I think it was today or whatever, but he said it many times. Just because you get the degree, I used to think the same way. Oh, I got the degree. Everybody's going to want to hire me now. Oh, I got the Sec Plus. Everybody's going to want me. That's unfortunately, that's not how it works.
It's not. And many people have to figure it out the hard way. I mean, I thought getting my Google Cybersecurity certificate, everyone would want to hire me then. No, absolutely not. And then it was the Sec Plus. So I got my Sec Plus. I can go get a job now. No. It takes a lot more than that. And I had to learn the hard way. So definitely want to avoid anyone else having to learn the hard way.
And Ben, depending on where you live, I don't know, you might be surprised. I was that like someone on Facebook in my town, which I live in a town of like 7,500 people, and I live in Montana, which is like very rural and spread out. And we had people that were like, let's start a cybersecurity group. And they're like some engineers from Bozeman, which is like 25 miles away, but they live in the town. And so we've started like a Montana Cyber Alliance. Like you could definitely even start a virtual group for like you're part of whatever state you live in, and just put feelers out there and see if you can either like even just gather people remotely for meetups to start networking with people in your state. And it probably could help you build some like credibility. And we've been talking about like volunteering and doing stuff in our local community with like my brain is not working very well today. Like our county doing like they do like safety drills and stuff. They don't have, I don't think, anything around like cyber stuff. And so we've talked about helping with that. Or like I suggested, like, what if you did reach out like for seniors like in your area and did like free like information security tips for regular people that are just like older and probably are reusing the same password and like not being very secure, and just doing like a seminar that's like help for, you know, whoever, or kids. You could do it for kids too, because like cybersecurity and like information literacy is pretty low in public education. So some
you could
also to build skills as well to you can show on your resume.
Yeah, I mean, you could really do that for any audience outside of the cybersecurity world.
Yeah, absolutely.
They all need it. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, those are great ideas. And don't be afraid to start your own group and go to those meetups that are too far for you to get to and network with the people who are running it and learn how you could start your own closer to where you live and maybe, fill it out, see if there's any interest.
I like what Sunshine said. Yeah, I like the attitude of I got my degree. Now what else can I do instead of just that's interesting. Obviously, I mean I wasn't saying I hate I hate to make it sound like I was thinking I was entitled, because that is not it. I just figured, hey, I've done this hard work 4 years plus all these certs. Why isn't anybody knocking on my door? Well, they didn't know who the hell I was.
Right. Well, and I was changing careers. I mean, I got my degree, gosh, I don't know, 15-ish years ago. So I wasn't like, I've already had several careers, and I just wasn't clear on how to get into this industry. Through marketing and those avenues, I was misled to think that it was super easy. So yeah, definitely not entitled. I just thought the opportunity was there. And it is, but you have to work harder to get there.
Yeah, I just got super lucky.
I did too, honestly.
Like I found a job that I was like, this is what I do in my teaching job that I don't get paid for, basically, and applied for it and got the job and was able to move laterally. And I worked for a great company, and but it's one of those things where it's sort of like you just have to kind of keep applying, and you never really know like what opportunity is going to lead to something new.
Exactly. And sometimes you just have to be in the right place at the right time.
Yep.
And that could be, going to your local meetups. It could just be being active in the Discord server, whether it's Study GRC or somewhere else. There's a lot of great Discord servers out there. But when you're active, people see your name often. And so when opportunities come up, that's the first name that pops into their mind because it's fresh. They just saw you post something, 5 minutes ago or whatever. So as long as you're active, I love being a lurker, but being a lurker isn't going to get you the opportunities because you're hiding and people don't see you. It's not fresh on their minds.
Yeah, it does seem like networking is becoming increasingly important to finding
Yeah,
jobs and having some kind of like portfolio presence where you can be like, look what I do. Ugh.
Yeah.
Not a good
you
example.
said moving up the ladder, Steph. I was thinking about it. I never knew my real ladder, but I did get a
Oh,
good step ladder.
laterally.
It was a joke. I
Oh,
never. I got a
like I
good
moved
step.
to another job within the company. But
David with the puns.
I was trying to be punny.
sorry.
I never knew my real ladder.
I'm like in a very like literal space right now.
Okay.
Brandon says the job market is not great right now, especially for IT cyber. Finding local companies needing IT individuals is the best way to go right now.
Yeah,
I mean, really, it's the networking.
I also think if you can start your own company and like consult and find people like in your community that you can either volunteer or like do work for that they'll pay you, that can be a really good way to go to, especially if you live somewhere where you don't, it's hard to network, or it's there's just not as many like places.
Yeah, and another idea too is like, yeah, we have all the fun cyber local meetups, but maybe think about joining some local meetups that are for business leaders. Put yourself in a room full of business owners, managers, and just network. If you're in the consulting side of it, how can you help them or educate them, and go beyond cyber?
Yeah. Small business associations, they should have those in your local town hall or something like that, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, so you typically, at least in my area, there's like every city has a chamber of commerce. You can get involved with the chamber of commerce. But also, I mean, on Meetup, there's all kinds of small business stuff in my area, business leader. There's conferences for business owners and managers, anyone who's in a leadership position within a company. You don't have to own a business to go. You just have to be a leader. So
I love it when my client submits white papers when the white paper is not what I need. I need to see your configuration, not the white paper on how to set up the configuration.
Write, record, show. I haven't had a ton of interviews, but literally everyone has mentioned either my posting on LinkedIn or my YouTube videos. Show your work. Yes. Back to math class. Got to show your work. I think we're going to be pulling in math for a while now. That's going to stick. Yeah, and it is harder if you live in a rural area, especially if you're just starting out. Get creative. Start virtual groups or your own group. You don't have to be experienced to start a meetup.
No.
Let people come to you.
You can get out there on social media and post it if you're part of some local groups, because there usually are small town. Like we have, those ridiculous like little boards that everybody complains on about road construction or the weather.
Yeah.
And
exactly.
That's how I found these other people that were like, hey, is anyone interested in starting a cyber meetup? And it's like a husband and wife who, or wanted to start something, and an IT guy that works at Murdoch's, and one of my coworkers that lives over here too, who's our IT person, and we started our own little thing, and we have a Discord. And
yeah, and if you're new and you haven't been to local meetups and you don't know what they're about, take the time to go to one that's too far and see how it's ran. Talk to the people who are putting that all together and what it would take to start your own. Yeah. You don't have to commit to going every month. Just show up and see what it's all about.
No, and if I think also say if you connect with people on LinkedIn that are like in your state or something, you can reach out to them as well. And that's one of the good things about going to conferences occasionally is you will sometimes run into somebody who's from your local area. Like I ran into someone at Wild West Hacking Fest last year that's from Bozeman, and we were like, what? So like I need to reach out to him on LinkedIn and see if he wants to join the cyber group, to like connect more with him. And then it's really just, I don't know, putting the work in, I guess.
Yeah, that's funny you said that because the same thing happened to me at Wild West Hacking Fest too. Is I met someone all the way in South Dakota that's like an hour from me here.
Yeah. It's a small
so
world, right?
it
And
is.
the probability, I feel like, for like don't you live in do you live in Dallas, Fort Worth? Is that where you live?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is like someone lives in a small town,
Yeah.
not in DFW. I mean, it's still DFW when you're not in
Yeah,
Texas.
the
but-
metro area. The
Yeah.
sprawl. But yeah, it's interesting. And I see people sometimes in like the Simply Cyber chat when I can be there, which I don't usually do because it's like at 6 a.m.
Yeah.
But sometimes I will see people on like, Worldwide Wednesday that's like, I'm in Great Falls. And
Yeah. And 8-Bit says the same can be said about living in a city where competition is high, which is why it's important to network. Agreed.
100%.
Yeah, like here, I'm in DFW. There's all kinds of, I mean, literally, there's a local meetup pretty much every single day of the week, somewhere in some form, at least multiple times a week. But you can't make it to all of them. And then you're competing with all of these people that are, I mean, if you're job searching, you're competing with the others who are job searching and probably at these meetups. So,
Without doxing yourself, how close are you to I-20?
far.
Oh, gotcha.
I do not go to I-20.
Shreveport Bossier over there in Louisiana.
I'm closer to Oklahoma than I am to I-20, so
Okay.
I'll say that much.
I'm not trying to get anybody off this particular YouTube channel because this is legit, but when you're learning stuff, you got to spread out far and wide. And Diary of a CEO, I don't know if anybody's ever heard of that guy, the show, but he showed something here that made a lot of sense. And I don't know how clear it's going to come in, but it's basically a diagram, a cross, if you will, of the different areas about how to get your message heard. And the median, the signal, is up here, and down here is the noise at the bottom. If you do things like the post, like mail or a phone call or an email direct to somebody, you're more than likely going to get heard than if you just apply 500 jobs on LinkedIn or whatever, right? And then there's the apathy, like your message is just bland or it's more personal or whatever. And I just saw that and I started thinking, I didn't even know that I was actually doing that subconsciously. And I don't know about y'all. I was going to get your opinion on it. If you've done that when you're trying to reach out to people, you've made it more personal and you've hit them where they're more than likely going to check that message. Yes, infographic. There it is. Thank you, Space Tacos. But yeah, yep. Cam knows what I'm talking about, and he has another show, Cam, where I saw this on. But however, it was just really interesting to hit that point. He said he hired somebody that made a 8-minute video, but didn't get to him directly. It went to people that she saw on LinkedIn, and she emailed them, and one of them opened it, said, "I think I like this," and gave it to the boss man, and he said, "Yep, let's bring her on." So, just trying to go an unconventional route or the least amount of friction, but with the highest amount of impact. So, I like that 8-bit handshake and a smile. If you can be in front of them, heck yeah, 100%.
Yeah. And first of all, thank you, Space Tacos. 4 months supporter. I am struggling on chat today. It's just me. So, yeah. If I missed your question, go ahead and post it again. This is where I'm at in chat. I'm catching up. I'm scrolling.
I think
8-bit doesn't have a degree, networked and learned along the way.
Now I have a degree in computer science or IT. I have a degree though.
Yeah, same. I mean, my degree's in math. It's the other relevant fields, right?
That's good. My relevant field is mostly just the soft skills because of education.
I mean, it still falls into other relevant fields.
I guess.
Transferable.
It kind of depends on where you're looking. I see quite a few. I like to keep my eye on things. And I see quite a few jobs that require a degree and they want you to have it in like specific, like a business area or computer science, but sometimes they're also like relevant experience. So I don't really know. I'm not really interested in moving jobs.
Yeah.
But I think it's always good to have your pulse on like what's happening in the industry. And right, you're your own business, so you should always be prepared.
Well, helping you out, B-Dubs. I think Josh had a question, a few up. Ben said thank you for the insight for sure. And then, but right after that, Josh asked about Hope 16, if anybody knew of that. I'm trying to help you out with the next in line.
Well, I'm scrolling so I don't miss any. But apparently I missed Space Tacos. I see it now, but let me scroll and get there. Let's see. I'm just gonna get caught up really fast.
And I think Sunshine did too. She didn't like put a, not that you have to put a Q in front of it, but it is a question.
I still catch them when there's not a queue most of the time, but
while you're looking, we're sort of on job stuff. I don't know. I was like looking through, I was being weird, and I was looking at Inc. 5000, which is like the fastest growing small private companies in the United States. And I was like sorting by like software or IT services and looking at their pages and their career opportunities. And a lot of those companies are hiring people. So that kind of might be a good place to look. I just don't feel like I'm seeing very many cyber jobs on LinkedIn or Indeed. But I kind of want to just pass that along. If you're like job hunting, it might be worth just going. And there's smaller companies that have power that are sort of more startup, but are growing, which is a good sign that they're not just going to be like, we're laying everyone off. But just something that you could check out if you're like actively job hunting right now.
So Hope 16, I have never heard of it, but I'm also not East Coast New York City area. If anyone is attending that, reach out to Josh EC.
Oh, and if I'll be in Cleveland in like 3 weeks for Convene, which is a security awareness training.
I saw you post that. That looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm kind of stoked because like I run our security awareness program, and there's not a lot of like security awareness specific conferences out there. So I'm kind of excited to hear more about like human risk and the psychology, because I like that kind of stuff a lot.
Yeah. So this is a really good question. When considering blogging, YouTube channels, etc., how do you come up with topics when you're new to the field? I personally get stuck with repetitive content or it's covered too many times. First of all, don't worry about if anyone else has talked about it, because when you share it, it's from your perspective. So don't worry about, if there's 1,500 other blogs about this topic, just make yours. Second, to get the content, if you're new, hopefully you're studying, you're learning. So write about what you're learning, write about those topics. I am a firm believer in it. The best way to learn is to teach it. So if you can explain a concept to someone else clearly where they understand it, then it really, that you have a good grasp on it. So you learn something new, okay, write a blog, make a YouTube video explaining that concept to someone else as if they have never heard it before. It doesn't matter if it's like the OSI model and there's tons of other videos or blogs or whatever about it. Just do yours. It's your perspective, your thoughts. That's my opinion.
I don't really do
anyone else.
That, so.
Well, I mean, this could even be like posting on LinkedIn. It doesn't have to be a blog. It doesn't have to be.
I don't do that either.
Really? I understand. But when you're trying to get your name out there so that you can find a job,
yes.
Even just posting on LinkedIn helps.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, well, what do I make a post about? Talk about what you learned that day or that week. Yeah.
I did start a blog when I first started my job for like documenting my transition from teaching, but I made like I wrote like one thing.
That's not a blog. That's I don't know what you call a single blog. I guess a blog.
Yeah. Well, it was in
a website would be.
I meant to actually blog like about it. Like I have a Medium page and stuff, but I just didn't keep up with it because
I'm trying to I would
learn.
love to see more blogs from Steph.
Yeah, I know. I just don't have the time.
I feel that. It takes a lot of time.
It's like I just don't have the like desire either. And that's for me. It's like the drive has to be there to do it. And I just like working. We've been so busy lately that like I don't want to sit at a computer anymore. That's what I always tell. That's why I don't come to the other things. It's because like this is during my work day. So it's easier for me to be like, I'm gonna come and do this. And like this is the one thing I'm doing this week where I'm getting my face out there or whatever. But I just don't have time for, like, or the desire to like work after hours and sit at a computer anymore. Like I play music and I have friends that I like to hang out with and stuff.
You
I
have
like
friends?
to do. A couple.
A couple. I mean, that's a lot as an adult, right?
It is a lot. I don't even have children, so like I
Wow.
don't. It's hard to. I don't know. It's just like I just don't want to do it, and I'm not gonna like make myself dislike my field when
Yeah.
trying to push myself into doing something that like I just don't really want to do. But I
I
do
mean, I
agree
completely
that
get it.
if you're trying to get into the field, I do think it's all really important to like build a
Mhm.
portfolio and show that you know like the knowledge. It will help, and to network with people too.
Yeah. And you can go all out and have a whole blog with your own URL,
Yep.
domain, all the things. You can have a YouTube channel. You can connect the two. You can do both. Or you can just post on LinkedIn. Um, you know, do whatever you feel comfortable doing. And definitely don't overcommit yourself, because if you want to stay consistent with it, but if you overcommit yourself and you're like, I'm going to post every single day, and then your life happens, and it's a good way to burn out. So if you do that, give yourself some grace, and you miss a day, it's okay. Life moves
Well,
on.
I think it's important to be realistic, right?
Right.
Like it seems like with your content, you're posting what weekly.
Mm-hmm.
So being like, I'm aiming to post a blog post on this day and like some accountability where you're like, this is what I'm going for, and not trying to be like overly ambitious, but like, what can I do? But
Right.
I just don't want to.
I'm about to jump, but I wanted to say that I would definitely, you could use ChatGPT for that to help you come up with ideas, and then whittle it down to say 10, and then just start from there, whether they're overused or not. But I have to have a meeting with my boss man, so y'all take care. And if I can't jump back on, have a great weekend, and we'll see y'all soon.
Yeah, have a good weekend.
See you later. Thanks for coming.
GRC Mafia.
GRC Mafia. So, Space Tacos, I found your question. What did I use to build my blog site? I used Ghost CMS, and yeah, happy to answer any other questions. I started out with the self-hosted open source version of Ghost CMS, but when I started trying to implement the newsletters, I had to get my mind's blanking, the Mailgun. Yeah, that one. I had to get that all connected, and I noticed that Mailgun was going to cost me like the same amount as just paying for Ghost, and it's all in one platform. It's easier to use. So then I pivoted to Ghost Pro, which is a paid platform. It's no longer self-hosted, so I love Ghost.
I never did share my win from this week. I don't really know if it's a win, but we acquired a company back in May, and I'm just wrapping up all of their Microsoft migration, which is not the most fun thing in the world if you've ever done anything like that. But I think it's almost over, and I get to go like boot them all out of Microsoft when we're done here. So
I mean, that is a win.
I hope that there's nobody's like, we're missing these files. I've done like 4 Delta migrations. So
yeah.
And our SOC audit starts next week.
I mean, I count that as a win. So and then you got to get through the SOC.
Yeah, I don't think it's good. We're pretty good. I don't have any like concerns that our auditor's gonna find anything crazy.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
It's just a lot of
Yeah.
meetings. It's a lot of sitting and
Yeah.
meetings.
Meetings, that could be an email.
It's a lot of sitting and watching other people explain things too, because it's like you pull in other people to provide evidence and
Sure.
listening to developers talk about, the architecture and all of these things.
Yeah, and I like what Cam said. He often gets stuck in feeling like I'm late to the party on a topic when creating content. Cam does YouTube videos and they're fantastic. But awareness doesn't have a shelf life. I love that. There's tons of people who don't know, and there's tons of people every day trying to break into this industry, and it's their first time here. They just found out about the opportunities or whatever their story is. So it's never too late to post about a topic.
And you might have a way of explaining something in a perspective that like somebody else is like, that's amazing, like that really clicks with them.
Right.
So,
There could be 1,000 other videos about a topic, and they find your video and they're like, well, that really resonated with me better than all these others. I appreciate your perspective. Just make it your own. So, for sure. Or make a YouTube short on something you learned that you think is really cool. Passion is contagious. Agreed. Facts. Yeah. You might have a different perspective or more relatable to someone else. You never know.
Yep.
Yeah, and blogging definitely takes a lot of time. Time to write the articles. I am still working. I'm trying to get ahead, and I got ahead for a couple weeks, and then, life happens. I'm still working on Mondays. Not gonna lie, it's like 90% done though. I'm not just starting it. I'm just trying to finalize it, I guess. There we go. I don't blog or post. I have friends. T-shirt idea. I mean, send us your mock-ups. We'll get it in the shop.
Most of my content creation is for my band, and that's honestly like about the only. I don't even like doing that. So,
well, and that can be an outlet too. So,
I don't like content creation. It's just not my favorite.
Keep it fun. Keep it a hobby. Don't make it a chore. When you stop enjoying it, then other people won't enjoy it either because you lose that passion.
Yeah.
So
that doesn't sound like any fun to watch. Somebody who doesn't want to be there.
Oh, come on. Thank you, Space Tacos. A blog with only one post is called a post, or I think.
I posted one thing on Medium.
So you have a post, a blog
post about my getting out of education.
I wasn't sure if blog was plural.
Web blogs.
Thank you, Space Tacos.
If you have more than one, like space, I suppose it would be plural.
But is blogs like I have a blog, you have a blog, someone else has like blogs, and that is that what that means? Or do I have multiple blogs? Like both. Because I only have one website.
Like two separate things though.
I don't know the correct English there.
Like you have one on Substack, and then you also have this other one.
But I only have one.
Yeah, I know.
I have my website. I don't have.
You don't have
I have a Medium account, but I don't post on there.
It kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Substack's becoming a lot more popular.
Yeah, I've seen that. I have one blog, but find that I need a second one for a new project and was wondering if I want to use a different platform or build a second one with the platform I have now. It depends on what your new project is and what your platform is currently. And if it meets all those little check boxes you need. But yeah, feel free to DM me too, Space Tacos. Happy to help out, provide advice, my opinions, whatever.
I like it, Cam. Yes, reluctant security guy. I would probably call my channel Self-Hating Mac Admin and just do things about like Mac administration.
I love it. Full send. Let's do it. Go or Ghost CMS. It is definitely Ghost CMS. I do not know Go. Go is a programming language. For those who don't know, yeah, I use Go CMS. I do not use Go.
That's actually any Mac users out there that are like or like an IT person for Macs, the Mac admin Slack is invaluable resource for managing Apple devices. And that's
Nice.
what my name is on there. And people are always like, what?
I love it.
Someone was like, you changed your name. Are you okay? I was like, yes, I am. It's just to funny reflect how I feel. And they're like, you'll come to the dark side one day. And I was like, it's been 25 years and I have not yet.
Yeah, you changed your name and they come to you. We have some concerns. Are you okay?
Are you okay?
Sunshine says, I started a blog post and ended up hours deep getting into details because I was learning on the way. I mean, that's a win in my book. Even if you don't finish the blog post and publish it, you learn something. So it was productive. I hope you posted it though. Yeah, absolutely. Publicizing knowledge, it shouldn't be, withheld or whatever. Always happy to share knowledge, keep people from running into the same, I don't know. Words aren't work. Words are hard. But yeah. That's B-Dub's opinion. Words are hard. Happy to publicize and share knowledge always. That's what we're about. Yeah, if you're running a newsletter, I love Ghost Pro because it is paid. It's not free. You can self-host Ghost CMS for free, but the Pro includes the newsletter, which uses the mailgun. My original newsletters were coming in like unverified and some different things. It really took a lot of trying to get it all to work properly, whereas Ghost Pro it's seamless. How do you build a GitHub portfolio? Any link that shows the steps. Do you have any idea?
Me? No.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like something you could Google or ask like AI to explain to you.
Yeah, I would definitely ask AI, Google, do some research on that. I personally
a page,
don't.
but I never add anything to it.
Yeah, I have a GitHub. I have not added to it. It is blank. I have used it to, look at other GitHubs.
Yep.
Especially like the private ones someone may give me access to. You have to have an account for that. So that's what I use my GitHub for. It's on my never-ending list of things to do and learn, but it's never been a top priority for me personally. So yeah, I don't know.
I just don't do a lot of programming or anything. Or I guess some people use it as like a book repository and like resource repository, but that's
right.
Have like a different thing that I use as a resource repository. So
yeah, you could absolutely do like have a resource repository that you can share. You could even make it your portfolio. It's all Markdown.
Yeah.
So I just don't have any personal experience with it.
No. I think you go look at like what's his name? DJ Bisek has a ton of stuff on his that it's like portfolio-esque with both code and like resources. So that might be a good place to check out like how his is formatted. I'm also not great at like initial organization. So
I mean, you could just like go to GitHub and look at the most popular ones, right? The ones with the most ratings, the most pull requests or whatever, and see what theirs looks like. Do some research. I bet there's some YouTube videos on it.
You're probably right.
Yeah. So that's the direction I would go. Oh, link for Cam's channel. It looks like Rothnir shared it, but I can pull it up as well. Right here. There's Cam's YouTube channel. And hey, I'm not that far behind on chat. Proud of myself. Shout out to me.
Indeed.
I liked Ghost, but I wanted all my knowledge to be in one place, so I moved over to Obsidian as the home for my notes. Obsidian also has a Ghost plugin to publish it from Obsidian too. Yeah, I've heard that. I also don't use Obsidian, so I've heard it's incredible. It's very powerful. I just haven't taken the time to mess with it. Yeah, hit that like button, David. Self-hating Mac admin. Cam.
It's true. Okay, I don't want to be in here anymore.
Oh, yeah. So, Space Tacos said, current blog is available on my website. You can have a look if you want. And I just shared tacos, and you can check out Space Tacos website and Discord, which is a archive of all kinds of resources. So go check that out. And I will check out your blog, Space Tacos. Where did that go? Yeah, you probably already left, but have a great day, 8-Bit. B-Dubs is late. Slacking.
Well, it's about that time.
Yep. Exactly. Can always go back and make another one.
I hope everyone has a great weekend and
yeah,
something fun.
Yeah, I'm going to shut this down too. It is 12 o'clock and we try to keep it down to an hour. So any last words, Steph?
Just have a great weekend, Yeah. Try to make time for the things you also enjoy doing and don't just work all the time.
Yeah.
It's important.
Priorities. And people are important.
Yeah, spend time with people that you like spending time with and do something that you truly enjoy.
I love it. Yeah, thanks for coming up, hanging out for a little bit. It's been fun.
Hell yeah.
Lots of great questions and information shared today. Yeah, and if anyone has any other questions, feel free to post them in our Discord server. Yeah, or shoot me a DM if you don't want to publicize something. That's fine too. I do not mind. So yeah, have a great day, weekend, all of the things. GRC Mafia. We'll see y'all later.